We'll see. Hopefully I'll warm up enough and get to take my hoodie off. So I'm just holding my band in my hands, nice and easy, palms facing in, heels reaching down through the back of those legs, big toe down, pinky toe, and the edge of that pinky line also down, right? So it's a tripod. Take another breath there and exhale. See if you can really reach through those feet. Wake them up so that they talk to the powerhouse, right? The little transfer stations are just like the transfer stations in your neighborhood. That's your feet. And they send messages back to the main powerhouse. We need energy here. We need to do this over here. So let them talk. Make sure those lines of communication are open. Yeah. And then we're going to add in the other transfer stations, which are your hands. And we're going to gently rotate open. Hopefully you feel your ribs hug, your shoulder blades in the back of your armpits hug in. And then inhale, release, and exhale with your feet on and your hands on, open. Good. And then release. And I realized I didn't turn that volume down. It's probably too loud for you. There you go. Good. So I'm not just pulling out like so. I'm actually rotating. If you see my little skeleton hand here, pull it around so you can see better. It moves around like that. Yeah. That's it. And we're letting it happen. Look at the rest of me. See how the shoulder is moving away and moving forward? So I could do this just with my wrist, and you can see all the work is happening at my elbow. Same thing happens with our ankles. If we only work from the ankle and not talk to the foot, the same thing will happen at the knee. So you can let this be a little mental reminder that we want that joint to be able to move all the way back, all the way forward. This one's sticky, isn't it? Come forward. Yes. Good. All right. Because now that you know what you're doing, you're going to rotate open and then pull apart. Get a little taller through the back of your spine. Good. And bring it back in. Rotate in. And rotate open. Press through your feet. Good. We should all have a hoodie like this. I'm looking at myself realizing, oh, it shows off where my hip tilt is. You know, I'm always talking about we're all asymmetrical. This is really nicely highlighting how this side gets pulled back and this side gets pulled forward. Good. Out, thumbs out. Good. And last one. Open. Good. Push. Nice, good. Let's open ourselves into parallel. Now activate your feet again. Heels down, pinky toes, big toes, spines lifted. Good. And then arms just float forward. Inhale, exhale, pull open. Feel your shoulder blades. Stay there. Inhale, exhale, slowly come back to center, staying connected to your shoulder blades. Good. Arms come down. Inhale up, exhale, pull open. Good. Inhale, exhale, stay connected to the shoulder blades. No, so they're staying forward. So when I pull open, they're staying level. So wrist is a good question. We're not pulling open here, but we're also not doing this. Can you see how I've broken my wrist? I want you to keep that line long. Whoop. Oops, there we go. Good. One more time. Lift through the spine. Good. Check your wrists. You guys, I see wrists doing all kinds of things. Palms are facing down, not up. Good. Palms are straight, not bent, right? I want to keep, this is what our goal is. Even as that arm comes forward, it's still be able to stay in control. Yes, better, good. All right, I know I said one more, but I felt like we needed one more. Good, yeah. So watch it not be the same on both hands. So right there, Kay, look at your wrists. Both of them are doing this. Reach out. Yeah, rev your motorcycle. There you go, left side. Go left side, rev that motorcycle. That's it. Good. Good. I know. Yes. Lovely. And that will turn on the underside. If we keep that cocked up here, the tension tends to run up the neck. Okay. So let's take ourselves arms forward. We're going to sit in a squat. Just putting your booty back. Good. Come up, row to your side. So you're pulling that elbow right back. It's a bow and arrow, so see how it's a straight line with the other hand? Good. Come back down. We're going to do the same thing other way. Pulling straight line. Straight back. That's it. Good. Sit. Pull. That's it. Good. That little pull should help you not only get your mid back on, a little bit of rotators on, but also if you're holding your ground with your feet, you're going to feel those glutes lift up. That's it. Good. And I'm going to exaggerate because I love having this pelvis right here to show you. Here's me giving up. I'm not holding my ground. And you can see how my pelvis is turned to the side. Here's me holding my ground. Now it's forward again. Hold your ground. Nice, Eloise. Good. All right, last one. We're going to stay down. So I'm going to stay down with my right arm pulled back. This would be your left side. Good. Then we're going to let them switch. Same side is going to pull back. And then bring it back in. Same side. Makes sense? So if your left is pulling back, your left leg is going back, or vice versa. That's it. Come on, arms. Good. Good. 2 more. Good. All right. And then go ahead and come all the way up, bring it back in. Yes, we'll push those arms up to the sky, push out, palms face out, away from you. That's it, giving the top of your shoulder a little break. Bring those arms back in, have a seat. Good, okay, now we're gonna pull other sides. I have to get my brain going. So it's gonna be this row, this tap. That's it. There you go, good. Can you keep connected to your standing foot, right? Heel wrap, pinky edge long, big toe down. That's it, good. That's it, all the way back, good. Can you do 2 more? Good. And last one. Nice, all right. And then all the way up, and again, arms get to come all the way up. Press out to the outside. Feel good? And then if it feels good to your shoulders, you can let it come behind you, but we're not going to let it pull together. You're going to keep pushing out to the corners. Keep pushing out to the corners. Keep pushing out to the corners. Resist that strap. Push, 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 push. Until it's all the way in. Yeah, good. All right. And then we'll take that band away. Now that we're a little warmed up through our upper body, we're going to find our heavy weights. And we'll need them for hips and legs and mid-back. Yeah? Heavy weights for hips and legs and mid-back. Okay. We had a big discussion about weights on Wednesday morning. If you didn't read your replay notes, for those of you here on Wednesday, do so. That'll clarify some of what we were talking about. I'm going to take this off because now I'm getting warm finally. Whew. Okay. So standing in parallel, we're going to take a kickstand. So your left, no, this is your right, pardon me, steps back. Good. And we're going to hinge. So not a squat. I'm actually trying to pull my booty back as far as I can. So my spine is long. Now pull your sacrum away from your head and then drive into the standing foot and stand up. So hinge, 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 hinge. Drive and stand. Yeah. That's it. Hinge, 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 hinge. drive and stand. So those of you who don't happen to have weights that are heavy enough to challenge you, you can also add your theraband in. So for example, if I only had my little weights, you keep moving. This is just for the sake of people who don't have heavy weights and want to challenge their bodies a little bit. You put the weight in your hands and hold the band and then step over the band. So now when you pull up, you have the band plus your weights, just to give you that little extra sense of work. Yeah? Good. How you doing there? Okay, now we've been working this kickstand rotation, right? Pulling up to the waist and back down. So I would say start, if you have very heavy weights, by putting your left one down and only hold the right one, if that's your kickstand side. Letting yourself have this pulling up. So we're rotating on our axis, pulling right to the side of your rib, right between your rib and your hip, letting your torso rotate, because while we think that we're working that mid-back and the rotators, which we are, by doing this, we're also loading this front left glute. So it's not a row to the ground. It's not rowing, turning on your, it's not a pull of your lawnmower, right? Keep your spine in its axis. So I don't want to see you falling over. That's you having to turn on a lot of your low back there. Instead, keep that spine line. Can you see that? Not falling. Don't fall with that arm. Don't fall with that arm. Okay, keep your spine right there. Don't drop it. Just rotate. Okay, but give me some rotation. So this is a great place for self-awareness. That's it, right? Some of us, when we rotate from the hip flexors. So when I ask you not to fall, your body doesn't know what to do. So really feeling ourselves rotate from here. So everyone, real quick, put your weights down, put your hands on your ribs, and then look at yourself in your screen and rotate side to side. Just, yep, so we're here, we're still in our kickstand. Can you be in your kickstand? So that means you're in a hinge. Okay, are you in a hinge? That's it, good. Okay, oh, look at all the crazy fun that's happening. I love it. Humans are so infinitely variable. So rotation should be just happening at our waist. And here's some of the fun variations I'm seeing. It's happening at the knee. Look at how it's leading my whole body, right? Knee's gonna stay still. Here's the other one I see. How are you even doing that? This way. And that, I know, bodies are crazy. So I want you to see if you can identify what's going on in your body. Very nice, Nara, yes. And so Nara, you just watch when you go to the left that it's not a back bend. So Kay, you watch your butt. You keep it still, and it's like you've got a dowel behind your back. You have to keep that dowel on your spine as you rotate from one side of the dowel to the other. That's a fabulous question, Eloise. Her question for the sake of the replay is, how far over should we hinge? Only as high as you can lift your sacrum. So if your sacrum stays tucked, this is too much bend. You need to be able to bring your spine up to match it. Yeah? And then bring your sacrum up. Okay, so let's see what happens on the other side. Kay, can you see what you're doing? You're wagging your tail. Do you feel it? So you're doing a little of this, which is darling. I love it, but I want you to try holding that still and only rotating here. Yes, yes, yes. Awesome. Because you've got feet anchored, and then remember we talked about how this motion, we think it's all the rest, but it's actually the standing leg right here. So let's try the other side. Let's see what happens. Yeah? Pick up that weight, find your kickstand, hinge, Yeah, hinge, good. All right, heels in, especially the supporting side. Row up to your waist, rotate. Keep your spine lifted. Don't let it drop to the ground as it rotates. So yes, the shoulder line will go, but my spine doesn't fall, I hope. Tell me if it does. Yeah. Yeah, so this is not just me doing a whole bunch of mid-back rows. No, this is me rotating, center, rotating, center. Can you see that? Rotate, center, rotate, center. Ooh, I love we have this time to fine tune. So, okay, right there, lift your chest up. Good, now rotate your torso. Only your torso. So your spine is that dowel line again. Let it stay long. You're just rotating on it. Yeah, so your homework, Kay, is going to be to find a dowel, put it head to tail, and try to stay connected to it as you turn your body. You're not going to let your head drop away from it or your dowel lift your butt. Yeah? Makes sense? Good. Okay. So in this direction, let's do some of those little fine-tuning ones. Take your hands on your ribs or hands on your hips, and we're just going to rotate. Pull your elbows apart. Feel where your hands are. And we're in that hinge. Yeah. If we rotate and use our back, how do you think that's going to feel? So that's people when they throw out their backs from picking up their laundry basket instead of using the support here, right? Okay, watch. What's happening to your hips? Are they doing this? See how mine are swinging around? That's a darling dance move. Instead, let's make it functional for everyday life. Keep the hips still. You got to glue those hips in. Can you feel the difference? Don't let your hips swing. Don't let your hips swing. Yeah, better. Yeah, and some of us might have to come up here, see if we can hold the hips steady. That might mean somebody might have to put their hands on our hips for us when we practice, because we might do this, or we might do this. See how my hands are going back and forth? So self-awareness can save us as we go through our day. All right, we're going to take those heavy weights, swing them out of the way. Find our therabands again. I know. Orange. And we're going to roll ourselves down to the mat. So if there is a way that you like to use your band the most when you do your roll downs, please feel free to use that here. I love it behind, pressing forward. That gives me that great feedback. I also love it arms overhead, because that reminds me where the back of my ribs needs to lift to before I bow. Yes, so you do whatever feels right. Some of you, it's pushing back repeatedly gives you that feedback up through your center. So you decide. Yeah, 4 times down. Number 4, we're just going to hold our plank because you already did a million rows. You don't need to do another set of renegade rows. Nice lift up there, Nara. Good. Yes, nice. That was good, Kay. I could see that. Big lift. Good. Did I say how many? 4? Let's see, Eloise is done. I'm going to walk out with Eloise. Once you're down on those hands, we're going to just work the plank for a moment. Shift your weight over your fingertips. Press them down. We're going to build that wrist and hand strength. And then when you feel like, oh, I can't hold it there anymore, I'm falling into my wrists, I feel them, ow, 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 then come off of those knees and sit back. Curl your wrists in and give yourself a little stretch. Yeah. And then we'll have a seat. Good. Band is going to come behind your back. All right. And then we're just going to press forward, pushing your sits bones down. Push them down into the mat. Feel them down and slightly inward. Good. And then do that again. Exhale, elbows in. Shh. Press. Good. And then just in your body, see what happens when you have your feet flexed or your feet pointed. Some of us, when the feet are flexed, we're going to find that we cramp up in our TFL a little bit. There's not really a right or wrong here, just noticing in your body what you feel. And can you still keep your sits bones pressed down? So for some of us, one position is easier to feel the sits bones than the other. When I point them, only when I do it really well. Yeah, when I point my toes like fully the way I ought to, they will cramp. Because clearly I don't do that enough in my day. Underutilized muscles. Pointing cramps up here at the hip flexor. That's odd. My only thing that I can think about there, Nara, is that the muscle is being pulled open a little bit. Now it's flexing in a different position than it's used to. Because pointing, especially if you're pushing down when you point, should open up the hip flexor a little bit. So we're going to press forward, take the abs back, reaching them away from our fingertips. Good. Inhale, big, fill up your back, fill up your band, and then come all the way back up. Bring your elbows back in. Inhale, exhale, press and roll. That's it, good. Inhale, good, and exhale all the way up. Bring those elbows in. So palms are facing up. Palms are facing up. Good, abs back. You want the band under your butt? Okay. It should have been helping because then you would have had a target to sit on. Nara's asking, she'd put the band under her butt and was wondering if that was part of the problem for the cramping, but it should have turned off her hip flexors and turned on her hip extensors more. Last one, stay back here. Good, now bend your elbows in, bring your right knee into tabletop, push forward. Bend your elbows in as it goes down. Exhale, left knee. Good, now check. Can you still hollow your belly here? Some of us will want to push our belly at that leg. Our goal is to keep drawing the abs back toward the band as that leg comes toward us. Shh. That's it, good. Good, one more on each side. Come on, toes. Shh. Don't let them. Especially you, don't let them. Good. And then come all the way back up. Take your band behind you. Push those arms up to the sky and nose toward the knees. Way out to the corners of the room. Nara's question for the replay was, when she pulls her knee in, it wants to frog out. She's already way too good at this. Her body needs a teeny bit of interior rotation, and yours might too. So check, a lot of us do that. We'll compensate and get it out to the side. What we're doing is trying to lift with our anterior adductors while the external rotators are on. Instead, we want to lift straight up through the middle. Good question. Okay. Band comes around the other side. Loop it over your right foot. Now that we're nice and warm, bring your band to your chest. Roll back, trying to roll back on your center line. So you are offset. You have it only on your right. Right? So be your mirror. We're trying not to be here, but actually sit here. So we're waking up those obliques in counter rotation, anti-rotation. Good. And come back up. That's it. Heels down and reaching away from you. Good. That's it. And you can flex or you can point. Either way, whatever makes you feel most secure in your band. I feel like my band I'll lose it if I point. So I'm going to keep my foot flexed. Are you feeling it, Kay? I love it. So Kay is saying she can feel the difference whether she lets her foot just set in the band versus sliding that heel away from her. Awesome. Next one, we're going to stay back. All right, keep sliding that right heel away. You're just going to rotate to the side. Come back to center. Slide it away, rotate. So remember, we're not falling to the side. We're not side bending. All that work we did standing, right, in that kickstand row, we're doing it here. We're rotating on our axis, tucking the ribs in as we move. Sew them in. Good. That's it. Good. Give me two more. Push through that banded leg. And last one, push. Good. And then all the way up. Good. Reach forward so you can switch feet. Good. Stack your spine. And now you're just rolling straight back again. Reach through both feet along the floor. Good. Let's see if those heels make a little rubbing sound on your mat or your floor. Right? They're on the ground, pushing away, pushing away. Now, if your heels, some of you are capable of hyperflexing, meaning your heel will actually leave the ground. You're hyperflexing your knee, so put that heel down. I want to hear it make a little noise, feel a little rub. Yeah, pushing down. Good. Yes. Last one. Stay back here. Now we rotate to the side. Keep reaching through that banded side. Good. And rotate. That's it. So Nara, good. Now just add a little shift to your left. I love that you were working on not back bending. Now just put weight that direction. Now keep yourself to the left as you come back to center. Yes. Good. Nice, Susie. Yep, and go. Oh, you're alternating sides? So, yeah, no, you're good. You're good. You're good. Sorry, that was just me. I looked at the wrong moment. Good. Good. And then all the way back up. Good. And then you can take your band, put it over both feeties. Cross the band into opposite hands. So I've got a little X. Yeah. Okay. Now sitting up nice and tall, we're going to pull the elbows out to 90 degrees and then let them come forward again. Good. Inhale, exhale, pull to 90 degrees. Good. Palms are facing down. Good. And I'm showing you, hopefully on purpose, this wrist. You see my wrists are curled in a little bit. I'm going to pull them out a little bit. So the, Okay, so here's a fun place for us to work. Upper mid back and back of shoulder. So I'm going to stand up just so you can see what I want you to keep focusing on here. We're just sitting up tall. We're not even leaning back. This is a bird's eye view. Some of us pull and our wrists cock in. See how they're not in front of the elbows? I want you to open it up so it's right in front of the elbows and then straighten that wrist and lead out just a little with your pinky finger. Can you feel that? I know, just a little bit. I know, we're gonna get so strong. Look at us getting so strong. Yes, Eloise, good. Now get those elbows up for me, Susie. That's it, right up here. You've got people trying to cut ahead of you in line. No way, man. That's it, good. Good. That's enough. Okay, push your forearm out a little bit. That's it. Ooh, I love that. Then you can see your beautiful biceps. They show up to help decelerate that. Shh. Good. Yes. Good. Okay, you guys. Gorgeous. You're so gorgeous. I love watching you move. Okay, so now we've got these scarecrow arms. Here we go, shoulders. I'm going to give myself a little less slack because I want a little more grace. And I'm going to flip those fists up. Drive down through your sits bones. Good, bring them back up. So I'm going to give you side view. Look at my elbows. They stay in the same place in space, right? So I'm not doing this back and up, and I'm not doing this down and up. They're here, and I just pull up. Palms face down. Good question. Yes, palms face down. Even so, when they come forward, then when the hands come up, now the palms are facing away from you. So the back of your wrist line stays the same the whole way, right? Stays straight. Okay, you're gonna put, yeah, there you go. So again, think 90 degrees here, right? You should have pulled with that fist out in front of your elbow so that when you lift, it's still right over the elbow. Yes, better. Good, because you know what's gonna happen next. Scarecrow rising. So here we go. Pulling here, flip it up, push up, lift your spine, push down your sits bones. So we're just raising those arms up, and down, just like that. We should feel our shoulders getting tired really quickly. We want to make sure that we are lifting the spine out of those pressing sits bones because that will help keep the work where we want it and not up in the neck. Can you do 2 more? That's it. Come on, come on, come on. Palms forward. Good. All right, bring them back down all the way in. Press your hands down and slightly back. That's it. We're going to relieve the front of that shoulder. So my hands are now pressed here. There you go. Collarbones open. That's it. It's an active stretch. And then Susie, get onto the knuckles. So instead of on the base of your hand, right on those knuckles, palms facing forward. There you go. Now pull. That's it. Good. It is a stretch, but it is a working stretch, right? Because you have to turn on the low mid back now to get to that place. And then you can take that band off your feet. Are you feeling your biceps and shoulders? Yes. Did you say no, Eloise? Oh, right. So right on the edge of the bicep next to the tricep, sort of. Right there on that line. Okay. That's probably from this pull. This one. All right. So, then I can't think because this is where I was facing. Okay. Let's come roll our way back down to the mat. We'll take our band. Again, bands are always optional. You can always just move through range of motion instead, or pick your favorite toy. I'm folding mine in half and then going to bend the knees. And we're just going into the one leg stretch with crisscross or with twist. So legs come up in a tabletop. Take a moment there to draw your abdominals in and lift up into your bow. We're going to extend the left leg, rotate to your right knee. Good. Now pull down with the bottom. There's that tricep feeling again. Come all the way over the top to the other side. Keep top arm steady. Exhale, pull down with the bottom hand. All the way up and over. Pull down. Good. All the way up and over. So if your bow is not fully chest off the mat and you're kind of hanging out here and you pull down, you might feel weird tension in your neck. You might also feel weird tightness in the low ribs on your back, maybe in your lumbar spine. If that's you, lift your chest higher. Instead, use your band instead to pull down here. Use it to grab your leg and get up and then rotate. So you see I've looped it over and pulled. That's it. Yes, good. Look at you guys, so nice. Good. Last one. Fantastic. Shh. I love it. Good job. Head stays down. Feet come down. Band rests over your hip bones. All right. Check your elbows. Point them to the mat. Palms facing in. Neck is easy. We're just going to round the spine up, pushing the hips up into your band. Good. Inhale and exhale, round down. So those of you who would prefer, maybe your hands need a break, you could hold a weight gently here with two hands, one weight with two hands, just to make sure it doesn't roll on your face. Those of you still holding your bands, check your grips. Are your thumbs wrapped over your knuckles or have they come up on just the first knuckle? Can they wrap across really strong, that thumb? Makes sense? So some of us will stabilize the hand like this. Not completely wrong, but if we can get a big grip here, pull it across, because sometimes this becomes this thumb out. We don't want that thumb out. We want it wrapped. Wherever it ends up, we want it wrapped. Yes. Good. Oops, where am I going? All right. So now we get to come up with the So just for the sake of your self-practice, when you're rowing, some of us will row and cross our knee over. I want you to really keep it in line with you, which means your supporting leg has to help out more. Some of us will then compensate by yes. But those are a nice one. If you only have like 60 seconds, this little exercise turns on your glute, your spine, your abs, your mid-back, your tricep. But try with the bent elbows. Okay, pull it down like you're rowing so that elbow's gonna hit the ground. Yeah, so instead of coming down here, which will push you up into the front of your shoulder, I want it here so it stays in the back of the shoulder and the mid-back. So it's only useful if we do it the way we want it to happen. Yeah? Okay, so where are we? Well, from here, we're gonna let those legs come out. We're gonna sit, roll up to sitting, doop, doop, doop. And then that's gonna wait to the side for a moment while we swing around for our swan. So stack on the side of your hips, rotate so you're in your snake, right? That's that staggered plank. Square up your hands and then lower yourself to your mat. And then I'm gonna move so I can still see you. Good. Optional band behind your back. Optional, do not have to use it. I'm gonna fling it over my shoulder blades and then under my armpits and then hold the band right next to my armpits in front of my shoulders. Find your legs. Kneecaps are off the mat. Toenails are on the mat. Glutes are on. Inhale, start lengthening your spine. Exhale, lift the sternum just into a small baby swan. Finding that lift and length. Good. And then gently lay it down. And again, kneecaps up, glutes on. Inhale, spine lengthens. Exhale, it continues. Good. That's it. Nice. Good. Let's do two more. Just kneecaps up, glutes on. Inhaling with the spine length and exhale, continuing. Good. And last one. Very nice. Okay. So then we're going to, instead of lifting all the way, we're actually going to hold ourselves in our baby swan. If you have a band, grab hold. We're going to press the ends out to the side. Now you're sailing over the earth. You're like floating. Good. Bring your elbows back into your waist. Come all the way back down. Inhale, exhale, float up. Good. Hands reach out to the sides. Good. Bring them back in. So you're making a T shape. Ooh, I can feel my hair just got stuck in my band. And then up. Good. Make your T shape out to the side. So watch out. The band is going to want to tempt you into making this a big chest stretch with your hands up. Instead, I want them to be just slightly hovering off the floor out to the side, right? You should be able to see your arms. They shouldn't be away from you. Yeah? Lower your arms so your band stays near your back. It should be on your back as you press out. So lower your arms. Susie, that's it. Now press out to the side. Make a T shape. You might need less tense. Can you hold on further down your band a little, maybe? That's it. Nice, Nora. Good. Good. Last one. Then we're going to add a little rotation. Yay! Okay, so think about all the things we've been talking about rotation. We need hips on. It's going to be tiny rotation. We're rotating on our axis, right? The spine to our tail line. Just a little bit to one side. Lift a little higher back to center. Rotate to the other side. Lift a little bit higher back to center. You want to feel as you rotate how heavy you get from side to side, because that tells you you're translating your spine, not rotating it. It's not even side bending. You're literally shearing the vertebrae a little bit. So we don't want that. I want you to stay like someone's got that dowel, right? And you're just rotating on the dowel from side to side. Like a barbershop pole. It's going to be small. It's okay to be small. It's okay to be small. We just want it to be good. So notice your head. If your head is moving from side to side over the floor, you're not rotating. You're side bending, or you're translating. You're shifting off your vertebrae. Your head should stay right in the same spot, right? It's not going over here and over here. Better, yes? I know, I can see you thinking internally. Okay, go ahead and put your hands underneath your shoulders. Band optional, I let mine go. I'm gonna press all the way up till I hit my pubic bone. That's it, good. Big inhale, good, and then exhale, come right back down. So nice big swan here. Elbows tuck in, lift, good. And then gently down. Good, so check it, right? Kneecaps up. Kneecaps up. It might stop you from going as high. That's okay. We don't want to go past that pubic bone. Kneecaps up. There we go. Nice. That's your superpower, Susie, right there. She could do this one all day. Good. Good. All right. Let's sit back in a little child's pose. And then we're going to take the band over a foot. So this is a place where if you have tubing with handles, you're also welcome to use that. I'll grab it just in case anybody does, and I can show you. So we'll be doing quadruped leg press. Again, knowing where our center is, that's our big deal today. So if you put it under this would be your right side, bring that foot behind you, and then hands to the floor. You can also put forearms up on a bench or down on the floor. If your forearms are down on the floor, you get bonus points because If your sacrum is level with your spine, remember that ski slope line? Same thing here, it's just the other way. If those two things are level, you will be getting extra glute work. Yes? So bonus if those of you who are brave enough to come down onto your forearms. If you're using tubing, put the tubing over your foot. Put your foot in the handle. Put your foot in the actual handle. And if you want twice as much resistance, put both handles over your foot. Then you have a really nice, secure foot placement. Then the tubing will likely go in just one hand on the other side. If it's not too heavy, you could put it in both. You see I crossed it, so the one on each side here. All right, so you got some choices. And then you're just gonna leg slide that foot back. Yes, okay, good. Yeah. Now those of us who are down here, especially my friends who excel at swan, you need to pull your ribs up just a little bit. So Susie and Nara, if you come down on your forearms, really feel your sacral line pulling away from your head. That's a nice, easy way to get your transverse abdominis to turn on a little bit and support that. All right, so now if you're doing your leg slide, let it come back and lift up in line with your spine, then bring it down and all the way in. So back. Either way, Kay, either way. If you're on your forearms, you'll feel even more glute, and you'll be getting more work in your shoulders, but you'll have less impact on your hands and wrists. So it's just up to you what your hands and wrists are feeling like. Good. We'll do one more. I think that's 6 of those guys. Yes. Up. Now hold that leg up. Take it to the outside. Bring it back in. Cross it till you feel that band crossing against the other leg. Go as far as you can. Push it. Then back to the outside. That's it. And then cross as far as you can. Can you keep it high as it goes? Keep it high as it goes. Good. Up. Good. Outside. I have to watch you on my back screen. I can't see the top one. That's it. Good. There you go. And last one. Last one. Good. Back to center. Bring it down. Let your band go for a moment. Don't let it hit your face. Good. Now save your face. Good. And then hands come down. We lift into a plank. Drop the knees down and lift up into down stretch. There you go. Press the earth away with all those fingers. Good. And then lift up into your plank. Open back up into down dog. And then we're going to actually roll up, walking the hands in, letting your spine have that little release. So feel gravity pulling it down as you roll up. Good. Oh, I can turn the heater off. Good. And then shake out your shoulders because we're going to go down and hit the other side again. Ready? Everyone's hands okay? Everyone has a place where they can put their hands if they want, if they prefer. Okay. All right. So we roll back down. Again, let your head be heavy. Feel gravity stretch that spine down while the abs lift it up and give it something to stretch over. And then we're going to walk ourselves out to our plank. We'll give ourselves one more down stretch with the knees down, elbows in, chest up. Good. And then come back onto all fours, walk your hands in so that you can grab onto your band, and we'll do the other side. Starting with your leg slides, then your leg slides with a lift, and then your across the back. Yeah. All right. So once you get set up, right, could be on hands, could be forearms. Forearms or hands could be on a bench, a couch. Don't have to come down. Starting with a leg slide first. Why do we start with leg slide? Why not just go into it? Here's why. It gives us a chance to notice how much we cheat. So Here's me offsetting my whole body just to push my leg back. Here's me offsetting just my hip just to push my leg back. Instead, I'm going to really wrap it in and stay centered. Woo! And now my obliques are helping too. Yeah, so I want you to pay attention to that center line. Yes, obliques and hips. Good. Oh, Susie, I can't see you at all, so I hope you're doing perfectly. What's that, Nara? Yep, so slide it, then add the slide to the lift, and all the way back in, slide and lift. Yep. Okay, all right, so Eloise is all the way, she's done those first two moves, and now she's all the way to the diagonal. I'm gonna show you what we're all gonna watch out for. Can you see my hip flexing, my spine flexing? My head is even helping. Here's more subtle. Looks pretty good, but my hip is still wagging my spine, right? The tail of me is still impacting the rest of it. That's the tail wagging the dog, literally. So hold your hip steady. Your motion might have to be smaller when you get to that point. Good, and then Susie, use your right leg to push the ground away to the right. Imagine that it's pushing you over to the left. It's gonna feel harder. Okay, two questions. First was K's. K's was, the hip has to move a little bit? No, it doesn't. Does not have. Does not have to move. Right? It can stay still. We have to make our motion smaller till we can control it in bigger motions. The hip that's up is moving because the lower hip is not doing its job. That lower hip has to stay plugged in and pushed toward that hip. Yeah, plug it in, that right one, Kay. Plug it in. Don't let it move. There you go, good. And then what was your question, Susie? Something about a bent knee. No, they're both, no, only the one holding you up is bent. The one that's in space is straight. Yeah, I think you figured it out because when I came up, you were doing a straight leg. Okay, okay. Yeah. So these little things all teach us something about how we're compensating and where we're weak. If I'm doing this, that means I have no stability here. That means who's going to take it in the end? My sacroiliac joint, my knees, and my low back. If we can get this more stable, then I have freedom up here. My knees aren't impacted at all, neither is the sacroiliac joint. Okay, I hope that makes some sense. That's a lot, because it's a very complicated motion. We're going to come onto our backside. And down onto our forearms. Doot, 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 doot. We're going to push the ground down with our hands, no bands, just pushing. Good. All right, and then bend your knees. Easy. Still pushing, or did you give up and start sinking when you bent your knees? Okay, so take them back out, everybody. Push your hands down. Good. Keep pushing your hands down as you bring your knees in. Your legs should be very light. Good, there. Now push your hands down, lift your hips up, just a hover. Keep pushing your hands down and imagine pulling your mat toward your elbows with your hands. Good, just a little hover off the mat. There you go, good. You might feel your hamstrings turn on. It's okay, good. One more breath and then lay it back down, good. Legs go out, keep pressing down through your hands, good. And then scoop your hands forward while you roll all the way down. Arms reach overhead. Inhale and exhale. Curl up just into that bow so you can sweep your elbows back underneath you. Press down through your hands. Good. Keep pressing while you pull your foot in. Keep pressing while you pull the other foot in. Good. And then press down in your feet while you get to your little hover. Hold it and breathe. 3 breaths. Pushing your hands down, pulling your elbows back. Good. Throats are long. Nice. And then hips come down. Good. Extend, extend. Good. Then scoop your arms forward while you come down. Reaching arms over your head. Last time. Arms forward into your bow, high enough that you can pull your elbows behind you, or sorry, underneath you. Press down. Keep pressing while one leg floats in. Keep the space. Keep the space. Good. Other one comes in. Good. Press into your feet as well. Hover. There you go. Pull your elbows toward each other. Good. 2 more breaths. Find it. Find it. Push, push, push. Good. And then down. Nice. Extend. Extend. Are you still pushing? You're still long. Good. And then you're going to come all the way down. Scoop. And reach over your head. Good. We're going to roll all the way up to sitting. Pulling those abs back as you round. And then stack your spine up. We're going to take your right foot over your left knee. And then rotate toward your right. Good. Pull that toward you. Then I'm going to show you a side view. This back hand is here to push you more upright. That's it. So we're not leaning back on it. And we're not back here. We're using it to get ourselves upright and then turn the torso. That's it. Good. Nice. And then before you unwind to the other side, take that leg out. Side bend toward it. Open up your side. Put this hip. So this is a side bend, not a rotation. So your armpit is open toward the ceiling. That's it. Good. That's it. Good. And then all the way back up. Good. Legs come back together. Now your right is over your left. Rotate toward your left. Use that hand to get you upright. So my friends who are prone to cramping right here, sit on a little something. It'll feel probably better. Good. Keep pushing yourself upright. That shoulder is back. Oh, look at how nice. Eloise, very upright. Nice. Okay, yes. Oh, you guys, yeah. Everybody, Nara, Susie, everybody. Up tall. Yeah, on the left side. Yeah, good. Good. All right. And then we open back up. Boy, you've had at least 2 moments where you felt some nice good things. And then over to the side. My dad used to say it's worth it if you had $1 million idea. Like he would pay for business conferences if he came away with what he would call his $1 million idea. Same thing with movement. I think if you come away with something that sticks with you for the rest of the day, that would be great. So keep this hip heavy over here. Don't let it rock off the ground. Put that sits bone back down. That's it. There you go. Good. And then all the way up. Holy cow, I didn't realize we were running so long. We got to get ourselves up to a stand. So you have choices. You can flip over, walk back in, and roll up from a plank, or you can work on getting up from the ground from here. So mermaid get up. 1 foot is behind. Press down, lift yourself up. Swing that leg forward, toe tucks under. Choop. And you're up. So whichever you need practice more of, do that. Or whatever your spine needs more of, do that. If you're on the replay and have time and you did the mermaid get up, go down and let the other leg help you get up on the next one. Yeah? All right. Arms out, spine twist, hips stay looking at me. Push, push. Inhale nice and big. Exhale, squeeze out the air. Inhale nice and big. Squeeze out the air. Inhale, use your pelvic floor to help. Draw it up. Squeeze it out. Inhale last time. Exhale, squeeze it out. That's it. Good. Clean out the lungs. And center. Good. Pull those elbows in. Let your head fall easy to the side. Ooh, tight there. So again, notice if you drop your shoulder in order to stretch your neck, not changing the range of motion there. So keep the shoulders still, just let the head fall. The stretch will feel different, but you'll know your range of motion. Good. Roll through the other side. That's it. And again, if you dropped, straighten back up. Good. And then let it come forward. Good. As you open your arms downward, press through your feet and exhale your throat upward. Good. Big inhale again. Good. Exhale out. That's it. One more time. Big inhale. Good. Exhale out. Good. And rest. Thank you guys for thinking so hard about where you are and how you're moving on that line today. Really good. You are welcome. Happy Halloween, Susie. I love it. Okay.